Alright, so in this tutorial we're gonna do some character weight painting touch-ups. So first we got to unlock the mesh if you have it set to reference. So that way we'd be able to select the mesh. So after you select the mesh, you have to go up into, make sure it's set to rigging, skeleton, skin, right, skin, and paint skin weights. Paint skin weights option box. So it'll bring up this little panel. So here's all the bones. And in class, we went over how you select the root, and you'll notice how there will be some gray area, grayish white, to make it all blacked out for just for the root, because the root is not supposed to have any weights to it. The root is actually this guy down here, and it's giving influence all the way up to here. That's why when you try to pull down on the center of gravity, it starts to get caved in. So that was in class. So I'm just repeating again. If the students who did not pay attention, if this area is still white, make sure it is not white under root. And to do that, is set the values should be set to 0. Okay. So now that I got that out of the way, from here, let me see. Paint weights can be tricky because if you start painting weights and then you start doing more and more and more, it leads to more and more issues oftentimes. Because there's the weights, they transfer from one bone to another accidentally oftentimes, or sometimes at least. And when you're just learning, it'll drive you crazy. And also you have to do something called locking the weights so that it doesn't go to another bone. So in this case, like I said, we'll try to make it simple and clean, just where it's super noticeable. So from here, first thing I should do is let's see, for example, this one. This here is the deform index left nub at the very end, the tip. This shouldn't have any influence. Let me hide the control. So you could hide the controllers, these guys right here, by going to show nerves curves and uncheck it, so you can kind of hide it. Just remember to check it back on. Alright, so fair warning. Alright, so the brush size right now is really big. Press B as in Bob and left click and drag to make the brush size smaller or bigger. And in this case, the situation is where some of these joints, they should not have any influence. Okay, like this end tip. This end tip should not. These should, and they do, but this end tip for sure should not. Because once you take it away from this little slightly grayed out area, it'll give the full weight back to him, this bone, which is what you want to get more volume back. So I select that. So these are the real obvious ones, right, that I'm pointing out. So for example, like I said, the end tip. Okay, you know what, let's start with the thumb then. The thumb. Okay, so I'm pressing 3 for the smooth proxy, 1 for just the base mesh, right? But 3, you know, 3 shows I guess more accurate end results, how it would look like. Alright, so I'm going off the thumb first in order. And so this is the actual joint, right, that bends. Left 3. And this is the end, like I mentioned. So if I click the end, it has unnecessary stuff going on. So I have that selected. I'm gonna set the value to 0. When I do that, it'll take it away to completely black, and once it does that, it'll transfer those weights or how much influence back to the nearest joint within the chain, which will be this guy. So I'm gonna start doing it. Just do that. Okay. Right. So that guy is done. If I click on that previous, right, it looks a little bit more wider. Wider. And then let me check the next, not that one, index, right? Let me go to the index. So now I'm going to the index. Again, by de facto, this one should not have any influence. Left nub index. Deform index left nub. So I'm gonna black it out. Black it out. Okay. And you see sometimes it might go to the next finger or this. Like it does some weird stuff sometimes. So let me just check the thumb. Okay. Looks like nothing happened. Good. And back to the index. Alright. Now let me check on the middle finger. Middle left. Right here. Nub. Alright. So this one too. The end tip should not have anything. So I'm going to just, again, black it out. Like I said, it's down here. Value to 0. Opacity to 1. And probably this one is good. And paint operations to replace. Okay. It should be replaced by default. Yeah, by default. That's why I didn't mention it before. But it should be replaced by default. So just black it out. Alright, next one. This ring finger. Right, this one too shouldn't have anything. Alright, so I'm just blacking it out. And then the pinky. Yeah, this one too. Just black it out. Alright, good. Let me just double check the other guys so that some nonsense didn't happen. Right, okay, good. So with that being done, the next important part is to lock it. So for example, all the endpoints that we did, I'm gonna lock that, right? If yours look different, you just open and, you know, expand it. See? Like that, you can do that. But these, I'm just gonna close for now just to save some space. And so I'm locking out the thumb, the endpoint, because if I don't, you could accidentally shift the weight when you're brushing here or something like that, and you can throw it back over here by accident if you leave it open. So once you're done, lock it so it stays closed, not being able to accept anymore. Next, this one too, let's lock it. Okay, the pinky, let's also lock that so it cannot accept anything. And the middle, let's also lock that as well. Alright, the index, also lock that. Good. And in terms of paint weights, in this section it's really good to save often. You know, because sometimes you might go overboard and just go on autopilot and just keep on painting and painting and experimenting, and then you end up having more of a mess than before. It will happen, you know. So save periodically so that you can always backtrack. Yeah. And next, I'm gonna press W to get out of the tool. And I'm gonna show my controllers again. Alright, I'm gonna start with the pinky. I'm gonna just rotate it, right? The controller. Never rotate on the joints, just leave the joints alone, only the controllers. Maybe I'll pull and I'll try to see what is being influenced. So I notice over here, this is not good, right? Right? Definitely I gotta work on that. You'll see the corresponding black and white for that later. This one, metacarpal. Ooh, right here, no good. It's pulling on that. You see? All of this over here, it's gonna be kind of whitish, you'll notice, and I'll show. This one, definitely some issues here and here. See? Not good, not good. Oh, definitely not good. This part, I would leave alone. Yeah. You will spend literally dozens of hours, you know, paint waiting, trying to get the way you want it to look, and you have to invest a lot of time right there, especially when you're learning this whole section. This part is, it's okay. This part definitely a bit much. Yeah, this whole section, you'll see it. Alright, so I kind of get an idea of what the problem area is. Ooh, right here, this whole section. See, right here, a bit too much, I think. And also be careful about setting keyframes by accident. You can press Alt or Option S and it will accidentally set a keyframe. On the timeline, if you see red lines, right click and do break connection, because that can cause issues. Alright, so I kind of got an idea of what some problem areas are. I'm going to hide my NURBS curves. Okay. I'm going to bring back, select the mesh. And skin. Paint weights, skin. Paint skin weights, right? Option box. Okay. So from here, alright. Was it at the base? Let me start with the pinky. Base of the pinky, right there. Okay, so as you can see, this area, it shouldn't have this much influence. This is definitely a problem area, and even over here, right? Because the pinky, this whole section, should only have influence up to this section, right? I mean, common sense. And this area, not so much. So what you do is select it, the deformed pinky 1, which is this guy, right? From here to here is the influence, the bone. So I need to take away some. I'm gonna write its value to 0, right? Replace, basically replace with 0, that's what it's saying. And I'm gonna make the brush a little smaller. I'm gonna just do that. Go this side and just do that. And for this here, I want some influence, so maybe I'll set the value to like, I don't know, 0.2. Okay, so we take it nice and easy. Ooh, no. Alright, okay. Alright, 0.2 seems like it'll be okay. No, that gave more. That gave more. So you have to be really patient with it. Probably could even get away with 0.1. but maybe I'll come back later. And this area for sure. Ooh. Alright. Yeah. Alright. One for the low poly cage. Okay. And then 3 for the smooth proxy. Let me go to the ring finger. Ring finger. There we are. Alright, so here's the whole ring finger. It seems to have a whole bunch of influence. I want to take away here for sure. Right, should only have around this much influence, and take away from here as well. Value to 0. Ring finger. And take away. I'm gonna leave that alone. It's really nearby this. So this over here I want to take away, because this here has to be influenced by the pinky bone, metacarpal. So this section, okay, just set to 0. And this area too, carefully. And this area. Okay, so I'll leave it like that for now. Press W to get out of it. I'm gonna save as well. I'm gonna do a little experiment. I'm gonna show nerves curves, right? And I was working on the ring finger, right? And press E as in rotate. Try to just pulling to see what has been done, right? Okay, it's a lot better than before. Turn around. Alright, this area seems like it's still giving some influence. See? So, and if I do that, this area too, I don't know why, I swear I zeroed that out. You'll notice that painting weights will do this. You know, you could swear that you fixed it, but it's still having influence. So just be ready for that. So again, I'm gonna select the mesh. I got an idea of what this bone is gonna give problems with. I'm gonna go to, I put my tool over here, right? So if you are wondering, it is over here. So skin, paint skin weights tool, option box. Alright, so strange. See, I did take it away. But I guess the gradient is still reaching out to here and having influence in that way. You know, in that manner. Because I thought since it's black over here, it should be fine, but apparently not. So, well, make sure you have that bone selected, right? Scroll down. And I want to influence this area. Maybe I'll set it to a value of not 0, but maybe 0.5, half. Maybe half. Ooh, that's actually giving more. You saw it lit up more. So undo it. So then you kind of guesstimate, say, so I don't know, 0.2. Okay, 0.2. Alright. It's a reasonable amount. 0.2. 0.2. Nope, don't do that. Nope, don't do that. Alright, 0.2. Okay. Ooh, no, don't do that. Let me flip it over. Okay, so I remember when I flipped it over, yeah, I remember this. I'm pretty sure this area was a little bit too strong because it was reaching out to over here. So no, yeah, okay, that one. that one, and that one, and maybe I'm gonna make the brush a little smaller. Again, that's B as in Bob. Hold it, pull on the left cursor, and click that. Okay. Alright, press W to get out. Then you need to grab the mesh. Not the mesh, but the show. Oh, never mind. Grab this. Okay. Press E as in Edward. Pull. See, this is what I mean. It still does some of that. Even though you did that, you know? Just be prepared. Because you will go back and forth. I mean, for now, it's okay. This part here, I know I grayed that out. Alright, so I'm gonna move on for a bit, because if not, this tutorial is gonna take forever. Alright. Select the mesh again. And let me check the next one. Ooh. Right here, right here. Yeah, this has to be fixed. This whole area. Okay, so this is the middle finger. Right, middle finger. So select the mesh. Skin, paint weights. Oh. Skin, paint weights, option box. Alright, so we got I want the middle finger. Right. Ooh, this is bad. Alright, yeah, definitely gotta zero out a lot. Set to 0. Make sure you know which bone you selected and black it out. This whole section for sure. Flip it. Then, yeah, black that out. Alright, and this area, ooh, I would set it to maybe 0.1 just to be safe. Real less, 0.1. Okay. Alright, so that's definitely less. Alright. Ooh, over here, see? That influence, gotta catch that. That one for sure has to be 0. Because that influence cannot go into this bone. I mean, cannot, interfere with this bone. So 0. Right? So sometimes it might be good to study your own hand. Press 1. Maybe 3. Right there, yeah, got you. Yeah. Alright, so 0 influence. This one, I want... So here to here, here, yeah, this part, this is the middle finger, so it cannot influence this. Because this finger bone has to. So for sure, I'm gonna 0 that out. Yeah, yeah, there you go. For the middle finger, yeah. Okay. Alright, hopefully that helps. Press W. Alright, so the middle finger. Now I'm just testing. See, this is right here. Yeah, right there. So gotta figure out what's causing that. Alright. Grab the mesh. Go back and Windows. Skin. Paint weights. Option box. Alright. Now I gotta kind of explore. So that's that one. Okay. Oh, look at that. Alright, so I went down the next chain, which is him. Yeah, okay, good. He definitely is making a lot of trouble because it's influencing this and this. Yeah. So when I was pulling on the main base, you know, since the main base is also connected to him, inadvertently it was pulling on these guys, even though the main base was fine because of him. So let's zero him out. Set to 0, right? And I'm gonna do that. Press 1 just to make sure. Press B as in Bob. Make the brush smaller. I'm gonna for sure take that away. Take that away. Maybe just up to there. For sure down here, I gotta zoom in now. And then, okay, make sure not to touch that. Over here. Okay. Over here, maybe zoom in. And make the brush smaller with the B as in Bob, holding and left mouse. Good. So these crevices, you gotta be really careful. If you try to do it on pressing 3, the smooth proxy, oftentimes you won't catch it. That's why you have to press 1 for the cage. And this area for sure, because this bone should not influence this. Again, it's set to 0. Make the brush a little bit bigger. Press B and pull on the left mouse. Black that out, or zero that out. Okay, good. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Make the brush a little smaller. Turn, black that out. Alright, over here too. Make the brush a little bit bigger. Black that out. Black that out. Oh, for sure over here, it's far reaching. Even over here, no good. Definitely over here. And over here. Zoom in. Press B, make the brush smaller. Yeah, take that out. And zoom in. Take out this section slowly. Good. Zoom in. Good. Take that out right there. Flip it over. Come back the other side. And black this out. This one too. Right? Because the influence, when you press 3, you'll notice it stretches out. So you know that for sure. And it shouldn't creep into this area. Zoom in a bit. Maybe I'll allow some of that. Right, we're still at 0 weight. Ooh, right here, no good. Press 1, right here, take that out. Okay, so you know, it kind of only surrounds up to here. Press 3, take a look. Alright. Okay, looks like it could be okay. Press 1 to get out of it. Okay, I spent more enough time on that. Let's I'm gonna, oh, see right here, some more going on, not more, but haven't resolved that. So we worked on this bone. Now I'm gonna try to work on this. Select the mesh, skin, paint skin weights option box. Now I'm gonna select this mesh, this bone, middle 3. Here we go, right there. Press B, make the brush bigger. B and left mouse. X that out. flip, get rid of that, zoom in. Okay. Alright, good. Carefully zoom in, press 1. Make the brush smaller, smaller. Okay, press 3. Look where it could be influencing. Turn and flip. Alright, so good. So far so good. Next bone down, which is him. Just trying to see if there's anything influencing. Looks to be okay. The nub, right? I don't have to worry about the nub because I have it locked. It won't transfer here by accident. Always lock the ones I mentioned because it'll creep back in. Alright, good. Press 1 to get out of it. Let me mess around. Alright. See, this here is so subtle, and it shouldn't be. Because you just saw, I cleared it out. Ooh, not that. Oh, gotta be careful. Okay. Alright, this one definitely has no influence. This one looks like it has some. Grab the mesh, do the skin, paint waste. Alright. You see there's no influence. This is where it will drive you mad. See? Literally. No proof of that as having influence, but in this case, gotta move on. Alright, let me try, did I do this one? Okay. Whole bunch over there. Oh, this one's clean. Very clean. This one? Uh-oh. Huh. Alright, so the reason why that one didn't have influence was because the rotate and rotate on this guy was not set, even though I did. Okay. Whatever. Alright. Going back. Good. Going to this one. A bit much over here and over here. Even over here. Alright, so I'm gonna troubleshoot him. Select the mesh, skin, paint, skin weights, skin, paint weights, option box. Okay, this bone, index. Alright, that's the base. Right here, starting from here. Index this one. Ooh, next 2 is over here, right? So obviously this is no good. Make the brush a little bit bigger. Press B and left click and drag. Make sure influence is 0. Zero this out. Zero this out. Press 1 because it's not responding. Press 1, and then from here, this is where you kind of get more accurate. Zoom in and carefully make the brush smaller. Color right there, good. Color that out. Press 3. Turn around right here. This is no good. Press 3. Right here, that guy here is no good as well. Press 1 for the low poly cage. Make the brush a little smaller so it doesn't creep up into the next, this guy over here. That doesn't creep. Zoom in. Zoom. Okay. Ooh, not good. Yeah, not good. Okay. Hopefully this will be okay. Press W to get out. Alright, now I'm gonna experiment. Alright, so it has a lot of influence still. Right here. I'm gonna lower that a bit. Select the mesh, skin, paint skin weights option box. Alright, so this bone. Okay, definitely over here is no good. Maybe I'll set it to 0.1. Right? Make the brush a little bit bigger, and I'm gonna increment and save. And press 1. Knock out that area. Ooh, okay, just this area. Zoom in. Zoom in. Press 3. This problem area probably. And make the brush smaller. Gotta use low poly. So right here. Okay. Make the brush smaller. Okay, good. Ooh, no. Alright. Turn around. Ooh, right here is no good either. Press 1. Okay. Right now it's set to 0.1. A lot less influence. This is okay. Just one more run, one more pass. Select the mesh, skin, paint, skin weights option box. Alright, so this area, right, I set to 0.1, right, I just knocked off a whole chunk of influence. 0.1, right, 0.1, okay. Hopefully that helps this side as well. Point one. So hopefully that wasn't too much. Alright, press 1. Press 3. Select it and press 3. Grab the controller. Press E as in Edward. Even at 0.1, well, it's better than before. Alright, I'll just yeah, I'll just leave as is for now. Okay, alright. So pinky. Ooh. Alright. Oh, definitely over here. Underside. Ooh. Over there. Over here. Even up to here a little bit. Alright. Pinky, a lot of work. So, okay, so what else? That was 40 minutes. Select the mesh. Skin. Paint skin weights option box. Alright, pinky. Pinky, where are you? Boom. Right here. Good. Alright. Okay. Pinky 2. Ooh. There, got you. Alright, make the brush a little smaller. Press 1 to get more precise. Oh, these controllers are bothering me. Alright, here, 0. Ooh, no. Set it to 0. Okay, replace and 0. Alright, I got the exact bone I want. This guy. Now zeroed out. Zeroed out. Zoom in. Flip it. Ooh, zeroed out. Zeroed out. No good. Okay, here's that one spot right there. Press B and make the brush smaller and boom. Alright, good. 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 Turn. Zoom in. Do that. Do that. I want to get rid of this too. Zoom in, because if you press 3, you'll notice it'll be this whole swath over here. I'm gonna X that out. Okay, zoom out. Turn over. Press 3. This guy right here. Alright. Hopefully that wasn't too much. Zoom out a bit, take a look. This is gonna be a problem, I think. Maybe I'll set it to 0.1. Okay, 0.1 seems to have a dramatic effect. Click on it a bit more. Press 3. Ooh, right here too. 0.1 at 0.1. And right here too. This is, I think, a bit much. Maybe I'll set it to 0. Right there, got it. Okay, let me see the next one. Oh, right here. The pinky 3 is influencing the other corresponding adjacent bone. Knock it out, make sure it's 0. Alright, make that 0, blacked out, turn, zoom in, right? Make the brush a little bit bigger, do that. Okay, zoom out, do that. Press 3. Okay. So as you notice, the gradient's like wider and then it falls off. You know, that's because it's trying to go with like the bone, right? Here's the bone. Influences a lot more at where the bone is because it's gonna rotate and whatnot. It gets lighter and lighter, and from here lighter. Maybe over here still has more influence than it should. And you're tempted to black this out, but when you do that, fair chance it'll cause other problems too. So it's good to be a little bit timid and just leave it alone for now. Alright. Show nerves curves. Grab that. Press 3 on the mesh. Oh, son of a... Right here. See, this is where you'll start to go mad. Right there. Because you know you fixed it, but it still does it. Alright, fine. Alright. Let me just... Another thing you could do is pull on it, right? Leave it there. Maximum, movement, right? Range of motion. So you see it's there, right? Okay. Then you use that as a visual note. You click on it. Skin. Paint skin weight. Option box. See? It's black. But maybe that one? Right there, we didn't catch that. Right there, good. And you could lock, you could try to, you could try to be clever and lock out some other bones, but you have to remember you lock them out if you want to ever go back to repaint them. And it will give you a warning over here saying that, oh, you cannot adjust these paint weights because you have locked settings on the other adjacent bones. Okay, so you have to kind of juggle back and forth, like keep a mental note of what you're doing and what you locked out and what you need to go back to unlock to redistribute the weights. So like for real, you will kind of lose your mind a bit, and it will suck up hours at a time. So I think this is okay. Let's go back to this. Right, that's the nub. That's locked out. Fine, that's good. This one, okay. Go back to pinky 3. All right, pinky 2. Okay, not too bad. And you'll notice things like this where you'd be tempted to mess with it, but I would leave it alone for now, because it can go bad really fast. Alright, and then this one is at the base. I'd say this is too much influence. Maybe I'll set to 0.1 right here. This I don't like. So I'm gonna go over here to like maybe just 0.1. Okay, regarding this guy and how much influence he has. Right, nothing on that one. Nothing regarding that one. On the flip side as well, set to 0.1. So the increments you want to do is probably 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. Those 0.1 and 0.10 variants, leading up to 1, right? You go by 0.10 increments. That's like 10% increments. Alright, so did that. Got out of it. Let me grab the metacarpo for the pinky. Aw, jeez. Yeah, I know I fixed that. See that? Let me grab this one. Okay. Let me grab this one. Right, so the problem is this bone and this bone. Alright, so I was checking out this main bone. Even over here when I set to 0.1, I think that was still more than enough for it to influence the adjacent mesh in that extreme way, even at 0.1. So I'm gonna set to 0. Just kill it off completely. And even over here, maybe this one right here too. Maybe even that one. Just to carefully. Maybe even that. Okay. 0 influence. Alright, so from here, grab. I gotta save too. Save. See? Still has a lot of influence. So, do the best you can. There are other much better plugins for paint weighting that you don't have to deal with this nonsense. So, do the hand, and then, just the hand for the left and the right, and just leave it at that. The feet, it seems to be okay, but for sure, just the hands, because it's clearly evident that it'll, drag along corresponding fingers. It just doesn't look good, you know. So that's the homework, and perhaps we will do some of that in class as well. And the class will have touch-ups on, you know, the controllers and whatnot. We'll go over. So yeah, that's the homework. Try to leave the other bones alone, because the problem with the paint waste, it will spread to adjacent bones nearby. Okay, so that's it. Good luck. Bye.